Welcome into the 60s trading market update here. All right, so I know it's been a little bit. We've been talking in the Discord, been working on a lot of great benefits that we're bringing into the Discord. We're going to be adding some really great things in there and stuff. You may have already seen the videos that's just starting to pop out on the shorts for YouTube and stuff. They are created with a AI generation. So we're looking at bringing into the news, getting it generated and getting it posted out there about every 2 hours is what we're aiming at to help keep you up to date on the news. But let's go ahead and get into the market here and see what we got going on. So looking at XRP on the monthly here and stuff, we've already pulled back almost a good 50%. We're at 46% pulled back on getting back down to this order block down here. That is on our monthly. So the monthly order block that we're looking at is 63 cent down to the 48 cent. All right. This is one of those things where I said we could be seeing it, and I marked out a long time ago the 52 cent down to the 50 cent area. And that's just because we can see that down on like a daily or something like that. So when we pull back to the weekly, you can see here for the weekly, you're looking at it going down to about 53 cent down to the 49 cent. And then, of course, the daily would be pulling us back down to, down to that 52 cent area to the 50 cent. So this is something that not to be surprised about. One of those that don't like calling it, excuse me, because everybody hates the person that calls that. But when it does happen, at least we called it. So here we are. We've got it pulled down and everything. So what are we looking at currently as of right here, right now? As of right now, we can take a look at and see that we have created a reversal candle right there. So I'm expecting to see a push back up here, where we could see right here on this little reversal right here, we created a fair value gap down through here, didn't reclaim it. So I'm going to be looking for us to come back up into this area right in here. So you're looking at somewhere between the $1.27, $1.33 area. I would love to see us continue to push back up as the daily has turned green. The weekly, of course, was already green, but it's pulling back for a second time. So it's a possibility we could still see another drop on down, and we could possibly be seeing 52 cent again on XRP. So don't kill the messenger. It's just what I'm seeing. But be looking for possible push up here. I am on a long on this one. I'm longing it up here. Stop loss is just right down here, down below the recent low. And then that's where we're going to try to ride that back up, take a little bit of profit there, and then probably be looking at it short. I'll update as soon as we get to that point and stuff. Let's take a look over here at Bitcoin. As you see here on Bitcoin, we did create that little reversal candle right there as well. So be looking for this one to be pulling back up to get this order block here right here. So right in here, you're going to be up close to the 73,000, 70,000. So they're going to be between that 70 and 73,000 area would be the ideal area. I'm taking a look at it. You'll be looking at $73,470 would be your pink line on the 4-hour time frame. That would be what I would expect to see if we get that push, continue to be pushing back up, as we are in that reversal candle. I know we still have a little bit more time of the day left before we get that new daily candle, but we should see it start to push back up and continue to have some upsides as we create the new weekly candle. We'll have to take and pull back up some before we can continue to the downside. I hate to call that downsides and stuff, but that looks like what we're having right now currently, guys. So stay with us on that. Ethereum pulled down in here. It's already busted through one of the other order blocks that we called, pushed through it, reversed hard, and it has also created a reversal candle. So we got all three of them showing reversal candles, and then they're pushing back up. This one, you'd be looking at this area right in here. I don't know why I went to the weekly for. Okay, so you'd be looking for roughly, you're going to be looking around that $2,021. So you may get up there close to that 2,000. It may not break it, but that would be the ideal areas to look for. Take profit around, I'd say $1,957 or so, and then be looking for there. If it, bounces off of that 2,000, can't break it, put you short in with a stop loss just above that 2,000 and ride her on the way back down. And then, of course, I have been requested to take a look at the ZBCN. So looking at it here, let's take a look at it on the daily. So on the daily, we created a reversal back here. We have a fair value gap right there. This hasn't pulled back down to touch that yet, but it has pushed up, new candle. If we continue to push this up, we could still see push up to this area right in here, which is going to be your 0.002926 up to the 0.003071. If we was to break this level, then you'd be looking for this order block right here, bottom of it there, top of it there. You're looking at the 0.003413 up to the 0.003617. So that's what I'd be looking at. We've already got the green light here on the daily. It's saying go. So we're hoping to see this thing push up more than the 50 or 60% that we got right here. On up, get up into the 80 area here before we start seeing it pull back. So if we can see this thing continue, we may see it push up here, have a little rejection, and then continue to this upper side here. Take a look down here. That would be pushing you up towards your yellow line. So you'd be looking at that 0.002935. And that's where you would probably want to look at our corrections. That would be a first take profit area. Past that, if it breaks that, that's where you're going to see this upper spot. So that 0.002935. If we break into the 0.003, be looking for that next area up here. If we don't break it, it wants to push back hard, put you short in, ride it back down some. I'll try to update that up in the Discord daily as I can, as I see a movement on it, and then we'll keep going from there. Everything is just looking to the downside right now. We got Bitcoin, has already dropped down to a total of what, 60,000? No corrections, $59,131. Where could it be going? Break it down on the daily. Oops. Let me go back to my arrows here. Yeah, people was hoping that was going to be a double bottom, but we've been dropped down lower than that. Something too I saw earlier that I thought was kind of strange and crazy and all that was let's see right here. Let me show you this. Let me zoom it out here a little bit. But if you take and you go from the bottom of this spike down to this one, you're looking at about 119 days and about a 12% drop, right? And if you go from the bottom of this one all the way over at about 119 days, and if we're supposed to hit another 12%, that would put us down below $1, around 99 cent 71. That's within that 119, 121 day area. So it's just like you get a spike, 119 days later, another drop spike. 119 days later, you get another drop. Could we be seeing another murder candle coming in to take out that 52 cent within the next week or two? Stay tuned. Make sure you join the Discord for all the updates, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. God bless.